Imagine you're on your way to school with only a few coins in your pocket. Suddenly, you see a stranger in need, and you make a tough decision. You give them everything you have, but what you never expected is that this small act of kindness would change your life forever. In this heartwarming story, we'll discover how a simple gesture leads to an incredible surprise on one of the most important nights of her life. Get ready to hear the story of the girl who gave her only money to a stranger, and he shows up at her prom with an unbelievable surprise. If you love stories like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an amazing tale. So let's get started. In a modest neighborhood, there lived Sofia, a simple girl with innocent features and a heart full of kindness. Sofia was known in her neighborhood for her love of helping others, even though she herself didn't have much. She always sought happiness in small things and believed that giving was more about spirit than material wealth. One morning, Sofia woke up early as usual to head to school. She was especially excited that day because she was about to finish her final exams and her graduation ceremony was approaching. She put on her school uniform and headed to the bus stop. When she boarded the bus, she noticed an elderly man sitting alone in the back corner. He looked tired and sad, as if something heavy weighed on his heart. As the bus drove along, it was the man's turn to pay the fare. Sofia was shocked when she saw him searching his pockets in confusion, only to find no money to pay. He stood there, flustered, looking around as the bus driver began to lose his patience. The man couldn't explain his situation well, and the bus was filled with passengers who seemed uninterested in what was happening. At that moment, Sofia felt a strong surge of compassion for him. She had a few coins saved for her lunch at school, but without thinking twice, she decided to give them to the man. She walked over to him with steady steps, extending her hand with a smile full of warmth, and said, "Here, use this to pay your fare, and don't worry." The man paused for a moment, staring at her in great astonishment, as if he couldn't believe what she had done. His eyes were filled with gratitude, and at that moment, he softly whispered, "Thank you, my dear. I can't express how grateful I am. I promise I'll repay your kindness someday." The man returned to his seat and paid the fare thanks to Sofia, while she went back to her seat, feeling like nothing unusual had happened. For her, it was just a natural act of kindness. But she had no idea that this small moment would change her life forever. Days passed, and Sofia became busy preparing for her graduation ceremony. She was excited about this day she had been waiting for. She had saved money to buy her dream dress, the one she had always imagined wearing on that special night. As the date approached, she decided to visit the store to buy the dress. However, when she arrived at the store, she was shocked to find that the dress she had planned to buy had sold out, and there was no way to get another one of the same quality. She felt sad and discouraged, but she was determined to attend the prom, even if she couldn't wear the dress she had dreamed of. She decided to wear something simple from her wardrobe and focus on enjoying the event rather than worrying about her appearance. The night before the prom, Sofia sat in her room reflecting on everything she had been through that year. She felt a mix of happiness and anxiety, but she was grateful for all that she had learned. As she was lost in her thoughts, she heard a light knock on the door. When she opened it, she was surprised to see the elderly man from the bus standing there. He was smiling, holding an elegant box in his hand. Before she could say a word, he said, "Do you remember me? I'm the man you helped on the bus. I promised I'd repay your kindness, and here I am to fulfill my promise." Sofia looked at him in amazement and said, "But how did you find my house?" The man smiled and said, "I asked some neighbors, and they were kind enough to direct me." He then handed her the box. When Sofia opened it, she found a magnificent dress inside, crafted with the finest details. The dress surpassed everything she had dreamed of, with soft fabrics that flowed elegantly and exquisite embellishments that added to its beauty. It looked like it was made just for her. The man said with a warm smile, "I'm actually a retired fashion designer. When you helped me that day, I felt I owed you something, so I made this dress for you as a token of gratitude. I hope it fits you perfectly for your prom." Sofia burst into tears of joy. She never expected that her simple act of kindness would come back to her in such a wonderful way. She wore the stunning dress to the prom and felt like a princess. That night was one of the most beautiful nights of her life, not just because of the dress, but because she learned a great lesson, that giving, even in small ways, can come back in unexpected forms and exceed one's imagination.